Hey everybody, what's going on? Trying to camera here, see if it'll. Okay, cool. Yeah. What the hell is going on? Okay, yeah, no, I'm still gonna keep fixing it. Work, 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 work. I think that's it. Okay, sweet. Ha! What is going on? This is your dude, Chuck. Just nice and simple, Chuck. And we're going to do a quick rundown of the indie comic news here at Indie Advocates. So let's start out. We're going to pound into it right away like it's... you were expecting me to say something rude. Nah, you finish that thought. All right. Now on Kickstarter, Carrie King presents Phantom Lion issue 1. Cool. I've heard about this one. This one looks really cool. I want to say... it might have funded really early, but I could be totally wrong on this one, so I'm going to leave that be. But it looks cool. I'm liking the art for it. Everything I've heard and seen is really sweet, so I would check that out. Broke Down in Four Dead Bodies is not on Kickstarter. It's on Indiegogo. And it has, I believe, 6 days left. So if you have not, if you were one of the three people who did not actually get Broke Down, go check out Indiegogo and grab yourself some Broke Down in Four Dead Bodies before issue 2 drops. Black Comics Day happened last weekend. I saw a lot of, and there was a lot of other conventions that happened as well. I saw a lot of really cool videos and posts and stuff from all of the conventions over this weekend. I was very, very jealous. I'm ready to get back out there, guys. I am. I'm ready. I feel like I've been benched for a little bit. I want to go do it. So, hey, it looks like everybody had a good time. I didn't actually hear any bad stories. So, yay. That's fantastic news. Now on Kickstarter, Conceptual Heist Volume 1, the Sci-Fi Art Caper Essential Edition. Jay Campbell presents it. That looks badass. Then, of course, we're talking about GRA, Geek Radio America. And, of course, it's another week of Indie Advocates, of all of us being back up there. Your boy Chuck is on there again. And guess what I did? Last week, in 10 minutes, I did a review. And this week, I did 2 reviews in 10 weeks. That's right. Technically, it was a threesome. It was me and 2 others. And I have to say I performed pretty well, if I do say so myself. Will I go for 3? Fuck no, not right now. 1, I kind of had to stretch it a little bit, and it wasn't easy. 2, the second one I kind of had to pack it in a little bit. So I don't think I could do 3. I would almost need like a script or something if I was gonna do 3. The Advocator, I don't think we need to talk about the Kickstarter, though. Oh no, it's the Advocator, and they're talking about Kickstarter. Okay, yeah. Very cool. A lot of conversation, good conversation to have about that topic, of course. We got more GRA. Charboil and El Bandito's Power Hour of Love. They're celebrating their 3rd year of Power Hour, which I believe stands for Valentine's, but you can say whatever you want. Oh, yeah. Now on Kickstarter, Boston Metaphysical Society, The Spirit of Rebellion, which is on, I don't know, I think it's like 200th or something like that. It's doing very good. Good for Madeline Holly Rosing. She really is a delightful woman, and her books have been terrific from everything I've read and whatnot. So very excited for that. What do we have? We're going to keep pushing through. Indie Showcase is about to bring it all indie all day. And yeah, that meet the creators of New Worlds and Tomorrow's big names here. No crafts, no fan fiction, just the big stuff. I'm hoping, I don't think we're going to be doing anything like that when I go to Florida, but I will be sitting in with my dude Rob, and I believe Travis as well. I don't know if we'll all have a booth together or what's going on with that, but we'll all be there, and I get to meet all the other cool people. I'm honestly really freaking excited. It's something that I'm talking about an awful lot, just even in my everyday life. This was the Comic Con forecast for February 7th through 10th. How you doing? Sorry, my wife walked by, and you know what, guys? Even after 20 years, it doesn't matter, man. She's as sexy as day one. You know what I'm saying? Um, I got like totally off topic in my brain. Uh, more of the Advocator. What does your 2019 Comic Con schedule look like? And the shows to avoid. I'm not really into. I get why they say which shows to avoid and whatnot, and I don't think there's any that I out and out like in the ones that I've done and been around and whatnot. If there's any I would avoid. There's just some that to me they're not centered around what I want. All too often, and it's happening more and more. It's centered more around the celebrities and all the guests and stuff, and the comic is being taken out of Comic Con. So I want to for myself try to find myself wedged into the ones with where they're focusing more on comics. So I'm excited for that. I have one coming in less than a month, so I'm kind of ramping up to get excited for that and whatever else life brings me along the way. And in the meantime, we have Extreme Champion Tournament. It's heading to Kickstarter on February 13th, so it should actually be there already. This is a series that's been going on for a long time. It comes out of Australia, and I think it's actually considered like one of Australia's biggest books or biggest indie comics, which I wouldn't be surprised. But cool stuff. Really interesting. He says really interesting as he yawns. That, my friends, is fucking timing. Some dystopian cyberpunk for you. Midnight Task Force Volume 1 Hidden Voices is on Comixology, and I love that art. It's got a real Stefan Sejic look to it. I don't know if you guys know Stefan Sejic that well, but I love his stuff, and that kind of reminds me of that right there. Here's some other books in the Captain Hockland series on sale now at Amazon.com by Charles F. Millhouse. Very cool series. I've talked to you guys before how like in this stage of my life I don't think it's for me, but I really like. I remember growing up on some of these kinds of comics. I had a cousin of mine who just was so into the World War II comics and whatnot. So it looks really neat. I think it's really cool. And if that's something that you think you would dig, definitely go check that out. It looks high quality. You guys will probably notice I say definitely a lot. I like that word. I like words like definitely and absolutely. There's no wishy-washiness about those words. I definitely like this. You should definitely check it out. It's an absolute. Like you need to go check it out. And you guys probably picked that up on me a lot, but that's why, because I like strong words. Lucha Mystery, which looks like a strong bastard himself. Those comics are now available at Indie Planet, Comixology, and Drive-Thru Comics. The Spirit of Rebellion Kickstarter stretches a bit more, and I believe, actually, one of the stretch goals was to have the Advocator on there, which is pretty bloody badass, if I do say so myself. Nook is returning to Kickstarter soon. I believe that's like March 3rd, I want to say. It sounds like. So, yeah, that one's heading soon. And actually, your boy Chuck has an early copy of that. So I'm probably going to have to review it and talk about it. And we'll see if I enjoy it or not. Oh, wow. Cool. Drexler issue 2, When Monsters Collide. That's on Kickstarter. And of course, that is done by Nathan Kelly and Bob Sally. So that's really cool. That's a Kickstarter that's out there. And I think they're doing pretty well. I think they have a bigger goal, so it's going to take a bit to get there, but they're doing really good. Michael J. Fox and the cast of Back to the Future are making an appearance at MegaCon, and of course, we all know they're only excited to go to MegaCon because myself and Wendy Gale are going to be there. And a lot of you will say, Chuck, that's bullshit. No, let me tell you, until I announced that we were going to MegaCon, nobody heard anything about Michael J. Fox. But then after I did, now all of a sudden him and all the Back to the Future people are coming. So you tell me, you think that's a coincidence? No, I don't think so. How are you getting to MegaCon Orlando? We've talked about this before. I'm driving a friggin' car. I'm going to take my SUV. I love the idea of traveling across the country. So I've done that a couple times. So that'll be a nice little move. Comics are Supreme Collection. New Devil's Due goodies on Threadless. And we have Creator Spotlight. Stalker by Bradley Potts is part of the Boston Metaphysical Society. The Spirit of Rebellion Kickstarter comic bundle. I think I've said this before. I love that art. It's got, and I mean, look at that character. She has a real Kitty Pryde meets Batgirl look to her. I like it a lot, and I like the kind of penciling, sort of etchy dirtiness of it. And I'm sure a lot of people are like, dirty? I don't know. I mean, dirty is kind of the way I describe it. I'm not an art guy necessarily. When I listen to Nine Inch Nails, I love Nine Inch Nails. They have a dirty sound to them. And dirty is not a bad thing in my mind. In fact, I love a little dirty in my life. Oh, yeah. Why Faith? Do you want a free preview of our next... I'm talking about dirty and shit, and I'm just like, all right, let's talk about Why Faith. We've talked about this before. They have the free preview, so you should check that out. Kevin Parent Rotatelli has services for you, and if you're interested in them, you should check them out. Chaotic Flux interview with Scott Payne, a James Ross report. Again, most of the stuff you and I have been over, you being whoever's watching this, and me being, well, me. Don't be silly. Jeez. Weirdo. And of course, there's my dude, Brian K. Morris. What a delightful guy. Man, oh man. He's just a fun dude. I really, really hope that he ends up at MegaCon. I haven't heard anything for sure, but boy, would I like to hang out with that guy, even for 5 minutes. I've done a couple of podcasts with him, and we've chatted and stuff, and just what a delight. I think I'd want to sit around and have like a coffee or something, because he's fun, he's silly, but I bet you he's intelligent as shit too. Like, just a really smart dude. And I don't think it's just the bow tie. I think he actually is smart. Now off Kickstarter, Tainted #1. Congrats to Dean Kish and his entire team for Tainted Kickstarter. Dog Days is off of Kickstarter as well. Woohoo! Go us! I edited that. Well, I'm still editing. We're still working on it, but yeah. Comic-Con Highway Florida exit. That's from February. I think we might be, guys. I think we're way back. Spirit's Destiny is still on Kickstarter. I think Wendy, it just passed its first goal, and now it's going on to its next stretch goal, right? Yeah. Okay, yeah. You guys heard it here first. Probably not. It's probably been heard several places. And this happened 3 weeks ago, but Geek Girl number 4 is out today and available at geekgirlcomics.com. And guys, I think that's all of it right now. That's all of the news that we're gonna tell. Now, you know what? I want to address something real quick. I know that for those of you who are into it, there is some negativity that gets out there. Bleeding Cool says shit, and all other sorts of indie comics groups. They have negative stories to tell. I want to tell you something. We at Indie Advocates aren't interested in that negativity. The thing is that indie comics has amazing, good things happening, and we don't feel like we have to report on that or deal with that. Other people are going to delve into that negativity. We want to push past it. And this isn't even... I know that that this is something that Rob is big on and he wants to take seriously, and that's terrific. But it's not just Rob. Me personally, as a person, I don't want to give crappy news. I don't want to tell you about all this stupid shit that's going on and drama and whatnot. I have no interest in that. So, you know what? That's why we're going into this, and that's why you're probably not going to see any of that stuff on here. So, from all of us here at Indie Advocates, from myself, from Rob Anderson, and the whole group of all of us, I want to wish you love, health, and happiness. And, as always, as he grabs the camera, goes all wonky, his